Welcome everyone to B2B Freelance Writer, the YouTube channel which teaches you how to break into the B2B industry as a freelance writer. The B2B industry is by far the best industry and the most AI-proof one for freelance writers in 2026, and you can get started as a complete beginner. Using these 8 steps, and I'll tell you exactly what to do in each step, you can land your first client in the next 48 hours. Let's get started. Step 1 is to look professional. Goes without saying, you need to look professional online. So what you do right now, open your LinkedIn, change your profile picture if you don't have a professional one yet. So it shouldn't be one that you'd use for Tinder. Have one with a suit, some kind of professional setting. Write this in your titles, B2B freelance writer in the SaaS space, your SaaS niche, and then the services that you offer. If you're not writing for SaaS, software as a service, no problem. Just swap with the industry that you're writing. In your bio, you can copy and paste that, but adjust for yourself. So basically, you want to say, hi, I'm Mickey, your name. I help specific type of B2B company with specific result through what you actually write, the service that you offer. So for example, I help CRM companies attract more leads and slash churn through blog posts and case studies. Here's what I do for my clients. You list these out. If you have past experience, you can say something like, I've written for this industry or this type of client and I'm looking for one more. If you do not have experience, so you're just starting out, then you mention a highly targeted offer. So you'll write one highly specific blog post specific to your company, repeating the word specific here, never mind, mirroring your brand voice. Okay, so it's a targeted offer. This one is if you don't have experience. Then you say, if you need a writer who understands your industry and shows up on time, send me a message. Your email and your phone number. If you're reachable by WhatsApp, you can have WhatsApp in brackets. Make it easy for them to find you. Step 2, you will have a landing page that builds trust. Now, a landing page does 2 things, and number 2 is what a lot of people do not realize, but it is something which happens subconsciously. Number 1, it displays your services and portfolio. But number 2, it gives the potential client the experience of clicking a link and being taken to another platform with your details. And it satisfies this cross-checking effect. What I mean by that is if you only exist on one platform, for example, you only exist on LinkedIn, it makes them question whether you're actually legit. They would want to check you out, cross-check if you're a real person, if you're legit. So if they fall on your LinkedIn, you have a link to your landing page, which is not on LinkedIn, and yet has details about you, different details about you. It satisfies that cross-checking need that they have. And if they fall on your landing page, which is less likely if you're getting started, you'll have a link to your LinkedIn. So that way, they can feel that, okay, you are existing at least on 2 platforms, which is an unspoken rule online that you are somehow legit. Okay, on your landing page, you will have a header. This is an example. So I help B2B SaaS companies in the CRM space generate more leads, slash churn with SEO optimized blog posts. You'll have some form of personality display, which includes your picture, which allows them to cross-check with LinkedIn. And you'll add some more details because you have more flexibility than LinkedIn, where you have to be kind of professional. But here you can mess around a little bit and add some humor, anything that has more of your personality. So go a little bit more because this is your landing page. This is your platform. You list your services, so blog posts, case studies, and more if you're offering email sequences, for examples. If you've got any testimonials, this is a place to put it. And a way to contact you, just like LinkedIn, and a link to LinkedIn, right? To have that double cross-checking effect thing going on. Okay, different ways to create a landing page. You can create a simple one page with card. Now it is free, but there's also a very cheap option to get a custom domain. I'd suggest you go for that. It looks more professional. You can have an actual website. You can go for Copyfolio. It's very popular with copywriters and freelance writers. You just drag and drop, very easy. You can have a Facebook page. This is the one I had. It is for free. You can link your Facebook page so you have a good profile picture and a banner and your bio, make it look professional, basically all of these elements, but on a Facebook page. And you can also have your portfolio there, like a few Google Doc links showing your writing. Step 3. Find 20 B2B companies in your niche. It can be 50, but a minimum of 20. So ensure they qualify. I have a previous video on how to spot high paying freelance writing clients in B2B niche, your specific B2B niche. Go watch that. But basically, they have to qualify. So you can Google your niche, CRM companies, startups, look at startup list. You can use LinkedIn search bar and filter by industry and company size. So I have an example here for you. So I've filtered by industry. Usually you want to go for software development, but you can mess around clicking, for example, technology, information, and media just to see what you get. And company size, I'd say go either for 200 employees, or to 500 employees. But when it gets to 500 employees, it's a little bit more mid-size, which is not impossible to get, and they can be very high paying. However, as a complete beginner, 200 will have your best target because they are the hungriest. They want to hire you and they have the budget to hire you, especially the Series A, B, C fundings. So don't be limited by these stats. They will vary depending on your sub niche. And yeah, software development is very safe for the industry filter, but you play around with it. Okay, find people of interest is step 4. Owners, CEOs, marketing managers, content managers in the bigger firms closer to 500 employees. Maybe you won't get in touch with the owner and CEOs, but the marketing managers. Or you can go through their website, click on team, and you'll find a list of people, often with a title. Same on the LinkedIn page of the company. So basically, you just need at least one person of interest per company, and you'll need to find their email. How do you find their email? Install the Get Email extension. It will appear on your screen when you visit their LinkedIn profile as such. So I found customer support manager in HubSpot. This is not someone you would reach out if you want to reach out to HubSpot, by the way, because nothing says that they're in charge of content. This is more for customers, but this is only for an example. Do you see on the top left where the arrow is pointing? That's the Get Email extension right there, this green thing there. So you click on it and it loads the email for you, right? So here's the email. I have blurred it out, but you can see it's at hubspot.com. And when it's green, it's usually safe. It means the email has been verified. At least in my experience, whenever it was green, the email was delivered. And when it's not green, they do mention that the validity of the email is questionable. But when it's green, it's good. So there you go. Get email, basically, I don't think I've ever paid for anything. I have like 100 credits or something. I've never run out, despite finding emails for a lot of companies. So that's the way you can get their email. Step 5, research their company. So check out their blog, their website, their LinkedIn pages, posts by people of interest, any bits and pieces of information that you can find on the company to get an overall understanding. Copy and paste things that you find interesting, relevant into a doc. It doesn't have to be in order. Because once you have that doc and the name of the company, you upload that onto ChatGPT and use a prompt like that. Based on the content in this document, assuming I'm reaching out to someone in this company via email to pitch my freelance writing services, write one personalized first line making reference to something relevant to the company. For example, now this is an example. Let's say, hi, first name, love companies increase interest in AI-powered CRMs, especially concerning the automatic data capture. So what this does is you don't waste time trying to find an appropriate relevant line, nor do you use something that is not really relevant. For example, saying, hey, it was great seeing your team's trip to Hawaii. It's not relevant, at least not for what you're going to offer. But what ChatGPT can do, it can go through the whole document, take out what is important, ignore what is not, and give you that line. And then you can still adjust that line for yourself. That's your opening line for your outreach. And this is what is meant by being personalized. It's not saying, hey, I love the picture that you posted of your dog. That's okay, that's personalized, but saying something highly relevant to the company makes you look super professional. And you can send the same email to 2 3 people of the same company, and it's fine. You look professional, you've done your homework, you've not copy and pasted that email. That's what matters, and ChatGPT helps you with that. Step number 6: make a highly targeted offer. Use the same research doc, ask ChatGPT to suggest 3 blog post ideas for this particular company, break them down into 3 or 4 bullet points, and tell me why it would make sense for this company. And then you just pick 1 blog post idea. So here you have a personalized first line and a targeted offer. You have an excellent outreach email. You stand out among 99% of people outreaching to them. So use this template. Hey name, personalized first line, so relevant line about the company. You can get that from AI. You make your targeted offer and why it's relevant to them. You offer the breakdown of the article. You show them your thinking. You show them that you're already in the process of writing that draft. So 1 line about you. So I help niche achieve results with service. You have a call to action. Hit reply and I'll send the first draft over. And you sign with your name, your title, so B2B freelancer in the CRM space. And then you have links to your LinkedIn and landing page, as professional as it looked. Worth mentioning is get a professional email address with a custom domain. That makes you look even more professional. Step number 7 is to set up Stripe. So head over to Stripe, set it up and connect your bank account. There might be a bit of a waiting period, but it shouldn't be that long. Learn how to make an invoice and generate a payment link, which is what you'll send to the client when they'll need to pay you. Step number 8 is deliver and close. So for those who reply to your outreach with interest, you write the draft that you promised and send it as soon as possible. Remember, speed of delivery also sets you apart. Always assume that there are 10 freelancers that they are auditioning right now. You win by speed. So don't over perfect that blog post. It's not the point, and in B2B writing, it's not even that important, right? So just send it as soon as possible, but deliver a good piece of work. Then you suggest getting on a call and explain your packages. So option 1, you can offer 3 to 4 blog posts a week. So that's around 12 to 16 blog posts a month for 3.5K US dollars per month. Or you can offer 5 blog posts and LinkedIn posts for 6K per month. Usually they will go for option 1, but you give 2 options. They will go for option 1, and it is the easiest industry entry point as a beginner. For a B2B startup even, 3.5K is nothing. It's way less than they're paying any of their employees, at least any of their key employees. So it's a deal for them. So what you've got to do, you've got to find 3 clients. That's when you cross 10K per month. And with this process, with looking professional and having your industry expertise, finding the right clients, so building the right client list from the beginning, spotting the right B2B clients, reaching out to them with a targeted offer, you cannot lose. You will find those 3 clients and hit 10K per month. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe for more videos on how to break into the B2B freelance writing industry and achieve your writing goals and freedom. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.